is I want to circle back to the mono black Crypt of Agadeem deck. That deck was like I think pretty promising. Um, and I will say that I wasn't the biggest fan. So we ended up cutting the Bowmasters and we were playing like the -2/-2 discard card, and we were playing like the cycle or whatever, you discard a card, put a -1 count on everything. Both those are pretty bad, but I think overall like this shell was pretty good. What I wanted to do was I just wanted to try main deck Fulminator Mage, and this way like you can loop Fulminator Mage with Overlord and Emperor of Bones to like give yourself an extra angle of attack um against the more unfair decks, which kind of sounds really nice at the moment with all the Titan that we were running into. I have one more slot that we could use to play another Cling to Dust. Cling to Dust has been really good. But I'm not sure if I want to do that or if I want to play one of them. Yeah, we play one Persist also, or some number of Persists. Now better with the Fulminator Mages too. I don't want to go down on Hex Mages because Hex Mage plus Emperor was really good. Like you get to like Hex Mage or Emperor and then rebuy a second Fulminator Mage. But also like persisting Overlord seems really good. Maybe persist. Maybe we could do a split where we play 4 persist and then we play only 1 Emperor of Bones, because persist might just be better than Emperor of Bones. We could do like 3/2 or something. Any black invasions? No. No good ones, at least. I do not do private coaching. Thanks for asking, though. I do agree that Persist is a card we need to try. So let's try 3/2 split in favor of Persist over Emperor of Bones for now. We could also maybe go down on the Fulminator Mages, but I think we need the extra game 1 equity against combo and big mana. Like just the Thoughtseizes, and then the main deck Griever Tate's not quite enough. Yeah, I do stream every day, so you might be able to come here and learn something. What about the demon that gives creatures -2/-0, so you have better Boros matchup game 1? I don't know. Like we had that the other time. That card is good against Boros and it's bad against everything else. Is kind of my initial impression of that card. Right now, I'm just kind of planning on boarding out my Fulminators for Path of Perils against Boros, and probably just still pretty fine. I want something that's good against the Belcher deck, because that Belcher deck seems like a big problem, and we played against it twice today. It's kind of janky. What if I just play Balustrade Spy? It's also a black creature, or sorry, Undercity Informer. It's like the fact that it's a black creature is like kind of extra nice. Aren't Fulminators already decent against Belcher? They're like okay. They kind of just buy you a turn. Yeah, we get like Needle's also very good against them, but they have bounce cards. This just wins the game. I don't know. This is like a little much for sure to play under my own Undercity Informers. Play Grief. I have a contractually obligated to not play Grief in Modern anymore. And then like on stream, it was very very bad. And I just always feel like when you're playing counterspell decks, like you're giving a lot more equity to ghosting. Not that I should factor that in too much. I'm kind of rambling. Um, but I don't know. We just had such a bad day with it yesterday compared to how like it was pretty. The build was pretty solid off stream. I do think Oculus is a really fun card. I have been kind of trying to work on a build that is more. I mean, I want to get the crypt going. Let's just play this tapped. I've been trying to work on a build that is like more of a black based with like Unearth and Nightmare, and then maybe Fulminator. But these decks are also just very bad against combo. We looked at a few deck decks for them yesterday. I mean, certainly seems like we're on against some kind of wizard variant. I think I just want to cast the Emperor of Bones and let it die, so that way my Crypt will be making extra mana once I cycle my trolls. Yeah, let it get snared. Next turn, hopefully I can just like push Troll, and go from there. probably actually a good time to just cast this. Seems fine to me. Especially with the Castle Locthwain in your hand, you don't want to get too gummed up. If this delays a Murktide by a turn, it's a pretty big win. Yeah, someone considered playing one Fulminator board. I'm actually just gonna put that in my file for now, just so tomorrow, if I want to play this for the challenge, then I'll have I'll remember that people like the idea of playing one Agatha's Soul Cauldron to bring in against other creature-based combo decks, other graveyard decks, and then also sometimes with the Fulminator plan. I'll just put a bubbling cauldron there. I'll know what I meant. Okay, so unfortunately, we're going to be 1 mana short this turn of casting our Overlord. I think I should still cast it. It doesn't get snared. I want to fill up the yard. I want to maybe grab Emperor of Bones and cast it this turn. Although, I probably should just cycle both Trolls so I can just cast Archon the turn after. I could also find a Hexmage and just Hexmage my Overlord. That is what I found. Yeah, so we'll just grab Hexmage, cast it. We also milled more creatures, so now this is making 5 mana. Cool. Oh, this deck is so nice. It really feels like Cabal Coffers, but like just such a different build. They do have Unholy Heat in the deck, and now they have Delirium, so that's kind of a problem. Although I think I'm still gonna Hexmage my Overlord, because if it dies, I just cast Archon. They won't have Counterspell up for it. And obviously, if this gets to attack, we're really happy. Nice. So I'm just going to grab Archon of Cruelty here. Down to 5 cards in the yard, though. Which I guess that means I can't actually cast an Archon. So we just pass. Do I push? Yeah, I just chill. Chill, cycle both Trolls. I might draw a card off Castle Locthwain too. Take 4 damage for a card. It's probably okay in this spot. No trolling here. I mean, playing a land or trolling for a land is the same. I don't really see. Oh, just cast a troll. Interesting. I mean, okay, I think I'm going to do this line here where I cycle twice and then I draw a card with these triggers on the stack, so I take less damage, but that could be better. Kind of a fancy play. I'll just grab a troll. So will I have enough mana to cast both Archons? Seems unlikely. Even if I mill 3 creatures, that's only 11, 12, 13. Yeah, not the 16 mana we'd need. Did mill 2 creatures. Looks like it. So I'm going to have 13. We cleaned to dust the counterspell. Maybe I guess I should have cleaned 2 things so they can't heat anymore. I'll at least clean the heat itself so they can't Snapcaster it. Deal. Do people still play Leyline? Can we beat it? We can cast Archon. Leyline of the Void? Leyline of the Void's tough. Some people do still play it too. It's not the most common though. It's like the main place I've been seeing it is Glimpse combo. I've been playing against it on a few streams against it a few times on stream recently. I've also played against it off stream a bunch, like a shocking amount. All right, make 15 mana. More than Nyx, or more than Cabal Coffers. Flare of Denial. And I think I just cast Troll, play second Crypt, and don't escape Cling to Dust here. We can go crazy with our Cling to Dust next turn. And the castle. And also they're just probably going to be dead. Nice. I'm just running it back. The Fulminators aren't great, but it's kind of a nice plan with the Persist and the Overlord. I think they're okay. Click keep. How long have I been brewing with Crypt? Was it always decent good? I've been trying to brew with it for years. It has only been good since the printing of Overlord, I think. Overlord is both like cheap enabler for it and great payoff because it both like continues to fill the yard and grabs you a lot of action for it. Saving a bauble. Maybe they have a Tamio. Maybe just for a fetch land. Quad baubles. Opponent out here. Thunder Trap training. Grabbing a spell snare. Notably, snare doesn't get our Overlord. Does hit a few other cards in our deck, of course. Swamp would be nice. Should be grateful we even have spells to play, or lands to play. That is 3 creatures in the yard here for our Supplier. Phyrexian Tower could pop off. Still on 2 towers, right? Yeah. Just like Tolkien, still on 2 towers. Opponent's still holding up the snare. If they haste a Crackling Drake, it'll be... Okay, I'm snap blocking here. Untap land would be so sick. 6 creatures in the yard, untap land. Now I think I'm just gonna cast Overlord. Oh, sorry. I need to play around Flare, I think. Yeah, there's 4 baubles in the yard. My opponent floats a red, even though they have snare, so I guess I'm just gonna persist Fulminator Mage now. Wonder if that was a misclick. And they bolt me. I'm gonna save this Fatal Push, I think, and pass the turn. I still did that say its name can pick up crypts. Yeah, the green splash is just so not free. It's so not free. We can do it. We played a green build, Knowledge to the Bone build. It is possible. You can look at that mana base. Also doesn't seem like they have flare for whatever that's worth. Just like what is her name? Rachel from Friends in Office Space. No flare. Let's go. Opponent is playing Enduring Curiosity. Seems so bad. Did I try Souls Lost archetype? The problem with Souls Lost is it's like such a beatdown card in a deck that's like trying to like either like interact cheaply with like Fulminator Thoughtseize push, grindy with Overlord. Like just like this beatdown card is not something you're looking for. Will our opponent bring the heat? Jennifer Anderson, thank you. I'm at least someone could decipher my mumbles. Um, they have all basics, so I would be kind of tempted to go Overlord Fulminator Mage, but let's do this. Dude, I'm so happy we're like winning games with Crypt of Agadeem. I have been trying to brew around this card for literal years. Gonna save this to hardcast. Literal years. If there was a Hexmage in my yard, I would probably impending it though. Isn't that the kind of thing Jund used to do? Interact cheaply, grind deep, and big beater. Well, it's different though, because Jund, like, that was Jund's plan. Big beaters, like, which complement each other. Like, you have Ragavan and Golwaif and Bowmasters and Urza Saga tokens that all come together to give you a beatdown game plan. If you played Souls of the Lost, that would be it. That's like your only beatdown card. It doesn't complement your Archons. It doesn't complement your Overlords very well. You know, it doesn't do nothing with them, but doesn't complement them very well either. So we have triple Trawler, double Street Wraith for a very painful 7-card hand. I'm going to try it. We're going to be playing the first Trawler tapped for sure. Like, if you're playing Souls of the Lost, you probably need to play Detectives Phoenix, which might be good. I don't know. Like, we did like Souls of the Lost when we played it. My opponent suspends Lotus Bloom. Yes, it's happening, dude. We have 3. Count them, 3 Undercity Informers in our sideboard to kill our Belcher opponents. Does that mean we're gonna win? I don't know, but we came prepared. And there's also a Archon of Cruelty to persist, and a Vampire Hexmage to attack. Let me attack with Overlord. So I guess I should probably, yeah, we'll get a swamp so our castle can enter untapped and just start off by persisting Archon. Although honestly, Hexmage Overlord could be better because we just get to dig so deep for a Fulminator. We also are not. We're kind of playing into Force of Negation in a way that doesn't feel great. Not that they usually mean Nick Force. It's usually like Shoal, Flare. Yeah. They do have a Shoal, so they could have also countered the Hexmage. For whatever that's worth. So Lotus Bloom ticks down. It'll be coming down to turn after this. Another tap land. Don't mind that so much, obviously. We just have second Hexmage. So then my opponent needs, you know, untapped land, Belcher, as 2 of their 4 cards to kill me. I'm just going to take this Emperor of Bones, which might give me lethal next turn. So I get a Hasten Archon, which is 12 damage plus the 5. Yeah, that's 17. So if they can't kill me this turn, things are looking pretty good. Uh-oh. Dude, Belcher's so good. Counterspell, kill you turn 4. I love the blue Belcher deck. It's so sweet. Hasten Archon. That was the plan next turn. No next turn. Okay. That being said, we've come prepared. We have had these in our sideboard to play against Belcher and to mill our opponent. So I'm going to cut my Fulminator Mages. Let's keep in the Cling to Dust. Let's trim a Hexmage. I can't believe I have 3 Undercity Informers for Belcher. Yeah, some serious cheese. My opponent will be very confused. I think I want to lead on Supplier. Yeah, we don't. No, sorry, I should Thoughtseize turn 1 because of Lotus. Like, it's Thoughtseizing Lotus can be pretty good. Yeah, but this could be a turn 3 win. I guess Persist is better with Balustrade Spy. Persist and Emperor Bones are better with Balustrade Spy, although it's probably not that big a deal. Probably have the extra mana most of the time. Which I'll take in here. I think I'm taking Counterspell. Even better land, probably. Yeah, taking a land would be okay, I think. But I want them to be able to like force the first persist and I just have the second one. Oh, we should have Suppliered, we could have persisted our Archon. Okay, so nothing too juicy to persist, unfortunately. We could persist a Supplier just to fill up the yard, but then our second persist is then vulnerable, which is a problem. Now they're leaving up Jawari Disruption. Would Surgical be insane? Then opponent has to 2 for 1 other counterspells? There's no reason to Surgical counterspell until we start to play a spell that we want to not get countered, especially when we know they have other counterspells in their hand. They also could just spend 3 mana on these other counterspells. They don't have anything else to do with their mana. So now I can Surgical the Force of Negations. Yeah, but still not really any reason to do that. Should we have Thoughtseize Dust? I don't think... Maybe we should have. The problem is we just know they have 2 counterspells for our persists. And also if they have a Belcher... I mean, if they have the Belcher, they just counter. Untapped. Oh, they just top deck Belcher. Oh, Selective Memory. So they're still on this, huh? Guess we lose despite having the cheese on the board. Good time to Surgical. Why? I don't know. People get so itchy when it comes to Surgical, but it doesn't really seem like it does anything. One shot to draw Undercity. The problem is that we don't have enough mana to play and activate Undercity to get that last force out. But like, why would we do it right now? Like, what's the point of casting Surgical right now? I'm saying good time to do it this turn, not now. I see. Yeah, Vestral's Phyrexian Tower. I was worried this hand did nothing of Supplier bricked. Yeah, I mean too, but it's also just so tough to mulligan a Thoughtseize hand. But I agree, yeah. So like we also just have the upside of like if they just have a Belcher in their hand, the game could just be over. We didn't realize they're on selective memory. Okay, so my opponent does leave 2 cards left in their library. It's kind of interesting. Oh yeah, we really just don't have. Yeah, we're dead. Okay. So sad. Hopefully we play against Belcher again. We have this. We have the stupid cheese on the board. Maybe I should have just mulliganed it. It was the content implications are too high. All right, let's keep this. Hopefully we're up against Tron. Yeah, Thomas can also sometimes return Belcher from the graveyard. Thomas does a lot. That's true. People are playing Thought Scour. It's tough time to play Selective Memory. I believe RCQ season's still modern. Although this month is so busy for me. This month is so busy for me. Could be out of town from like Wednesday night to Sunday next week. So next week is gonna be a short stream week, by the way. As a heads up. No stream Thursday, Friday next week. The full 1-minute tank. Should start probably putting the hand hider up again after like 20 seconds. Alright, let's Thoughtseize them. Oh, they just tank it because their hand is Garbo. I think I'm taking a Johnny. Of course, Sanderson. Alright. I will say their hand is about as good as my like stack of Fulminator Mages as possible. Well, that's kind of a nice top deck. All right, Amtraptor into Blood Moon. Dashing a Ragavan. Okay. Getting rid of a swamp. Get to cycle the Cling on their graveyard. We draw third Fulminator Mage. I mean, this is the problem, obviously, with playing so many Fulminator Mages. Is this matchup? We don't even get to keep them off the ring. Ugh. I'm actually just Hill Gianting. It's just so tough to play this deck against the other combo decks without the Fulminators, and you just board them out against Boros. Seems okay. And also, like, the Persist Archon stuff does give you some extra equity. You can just draw Thoughtseize and maybe Archon them. Supplier, get lucky. So this will be pretty good here. I don't know, Simon. It's just the fact that Souls of the Lost would be good here because it's like 2 mana discard a card. I don't know if that's a good argument for me. And also just because the card has some situations where it'd be good. It just feels so off plan for the deck. It feels so off plan. And also like not even like good against any deck either. Like there's like what deck is weak to a Souls of the Lost? Not Titan, not Tron, not Boros, not Dimir. Okay. Yeah, Murktide, sure. Our Belgian opponent themselves down to 9 last game. Yeah, well, sure. It might be kind of good against Belcher, I don't know. Wait, they're pinging me with Ragavan main phase and then playing another Ragavan so that they can jump their Guide of Souls. So you can play Souls of the Lost, Simon. I'm not going to play it. Down to 5. Basically a 3 because of the bombardment. Come on, lucky Supplier. Give me something good to persist. Dang. Okay. So out come all the Fulminators, in come 4 copies of Path of Peril. Don't think we need Surgical for Flage. We have both Emperor of Bones and the Trawlers, and 1 Cling to Dust. Let's get in there. That play seemed wild. It seemed pretty correct. I'm going to ACL next week for a concert, and then I have a kind of interesting sponsor thing that I don't think I'm really allowed to talk about yet. But it'll be pretty fun. I'm excited to talk about it. I'll be doing a post about it next week sometime. Probably just like definitely the coolest like sponsor thing I've ever done. All right, turn 1 Ragavan. I think I'm down to just persist a troll here. Maybe I'll feel bad if I mill over an Archon with my Overlord, but I think that's okay. Bluff, Cling to Dust, parentheses, or Overlord. That might be a delayed message. That's not a very good bluff, though. Okay, that's fine. Unless they hit Thoughtseize, of course. Just a Trawler. So they have a 1-mana creature in their hand, and they decided to not cast it. This is a little interesting, let's say. Let's take a peek. No Guide of Souls cast is interesting for sure. Let's take the Amtraptor. Exiles a Fatal Push with Ragavan. Without Raptor and Chujani same turn? Maybe. They are definitely playing around the Path of Peril. So I have 2 black creatures in my yard here. We just have to cast it now. Last game, you might have got another turn because opponent would be scared to sack the last creature you got by Cling to Dust. Yeah, it's just like I have like almost no outs even if I get another turn. I'm just trying to save you time, you know. All right, so let's go ahead and play this. Hopefully, fill up the yard some. Maybe find a Hexmage to either kill a Johnny or flip the Overlord. So I find a Supplier or a Troll. If I cycle Troll, I'll have... So I have 4 creatures because of Overlord, so 4... Yeah, it's not enough, so let's go and just grab the... Like, Thoughtseize 3-Up and Charm potentially. They might exile my yard in response. Oh, they just have 2 3-Up and Charms. So I guess we'll take the ring. Play a Supplier. I feel like you should just play Black Red X Creativity. I feel like you should just play my pet deck Spike. Yeah, I'll get on it. I'm gonna block. Cast an Archon. Finks with the 33 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Why didn't they exile? Well, they don't. They messed up, is why. Um, that pause did makes me think it seemed like they thought they could respond to me tapping the crypt. I think they have realized that they messed up. It was in this moment they knew. With things like Overlord and FOMO, does Greasefang have any hope in Modern? I mean, I don't know. The problem with Greasefang is like your big combo is like I attacking for like 13. You know what I mean? It's like it's tough when your combo just does not win the game in Modern. Still not exiling my graveyard. So let's go. At least draw 1 card with Cling to Dust. Don't need to worry about what we're exiling because they're all about to get exiled anyways. We draw on a Troll of Khazad-dm, which is kind of fun. Yeah, I guess I would like to cast that. I don't think I'm gonna cycle and worries that I've missed on my Overlord. I also I guess want to be able to cast an Archon if I find an Archon. Okay, nice. Um, yeah, but I don't think I'm supposed to be so scared of not finding a card to get back with an Overlord that I should cycle in response. Okay, very nice. I'm gonna put the Hand Hydra up for game 3 though. Just the combination of 1 minute start to show up versus, you know, playing around my Path to Peril really well. Obviously, don't know anything for surezies, but I'm just gonna hold it up. Did we try failure with Overlord? I did off stream and didn't like my builds very much. Might still be something I can do. Do you get banned if I suggest Army of the Damned for the deck? Yeah, right to jail. Just grabbing a troll, because that was the only thing there. It's me for 4. Doesn't seem like they're playing another creature this turn. Oh wow, 3 Thraben Charms. Okay, well that's quite the hand. Let me take this Blood Moon. This is technically 2 different reasons. Mausoleum Secrets is pretty bad, I think. I'm not gonna register it, but it is kind of cool that it grabs. Can Mausoleum Secrets actually just grab any land for 2 mana? Can exile my graveyard? Okay, there's nothing in my graveyard that is relevant, so that's nice. And it has to be. It can't grab your crypt. That actually stinks a lot. They've top decked a Raptor, so best top deck. Interflage. So it hits me down to 7, and then so I guess I should have already done this, but I am pushing this. Taking 5. Thankfully, my opponent's hand is awful. It's double Thraben Charm, Static Prison, and I do have a Path of Peril that I didn't cast last turn because I was too scared of them bolting to save the Ajani. But I'm dead to a Lightning Bolt, although maybe they've boarded out some of their bolts here. That if they go runner land for Flage. Okay, kind of bummed they did that, because I do have 2 Hexmages that I just drew one and I just drew the other. Or I had the other one. They have plenty of energy for that too. So their hand is Charm, Mystery Card, Mystery Card. There's a land. They have a reasonable amount of graveyard hate cards, but give me a little Cling to Dust here. QT with the 34 months. Thank you. Welcome back. I think Agadeem's Waking is too techy. Honestly, I forgot to add the Talknuma. We meant to add it earlier. They keep a card on top, probably dead to land Flage. Just go ahead and throw away a Thraben Charm again. Play mode with the 11 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Land Flage. Tough. So if I had slammed the Path of Peril a turn earlier, it would have been really nice. I just thought it was too likely they had a bolt or discharge to flip the Ajani. Also, like them drawing Raptor into Flage was like pretty nuts, but it is what it is. Sad one to lose. Okay, well, I guess I don't know. I like this deck. This deck is pretty fun, pretty sweet. I don't know what I'm playing in the challenge tomorrow. Yigra did not perform well today. It was very good on Monday. It was good on Friday.